Hey everyone, welcome to Em's Place. My name is Emily and today I'm starting a new series called Welcome to Motherhood. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I put out vlogs of my family. I have 4 kids and I'm married to my husband Daniel. So to kick off this series, I'm going to talk about what it's like to raise a strong-willed child or a child that has like a leadership personality. Now, what do I mean when I say a strong-willed personality or a leadership personality? To me, that means controlling, bossy, independent, things like that. Which exactly is how my son is. So I have a son, he's 4 years old, and his name's Isaiah, and he is very leadership, strong-willed type of person. Sorry if you hear some noise and see a little movement. The little baby's gonna take a nap, so hopefully she'll fall asleep while I talk. Anyways, so yeah, he's super just strong-willed. He's very controlling. So if you're new here and you don't know, I have 4 kids. I have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 7-month-old. Yes, that's crazy. I understand. No one needs to keep telling me that. Anyways. So Isaiah and his little sister, Lillian, she's a 3-year-old, they're 16 months apart. So they get along really well and they're really good friends. They play well together. They have a lot of fun. But I'm going to share a little example of what it can look like when they're playing. So they'll be playing nice, playing a fun game that involves imagination and things like that. And then I'll start listening and I'll hear Isaiah saying, okay, so now you're going to do this at this time, this way, and so on, so on. And then I hear Lily saying, no, I want to do this, this, and this. So this is when things will escalate with them because Isaiah is very like, you must do it my way or I'm going to get angry type of person. Wow, that sun is really bright. So he's very like, do it my way, or he gets angry. And that's just the way it is with kids that have, well, most kids in general, I think at this age, even if they don't have that so-called personality of leadership, they're still very bossy and controlling. That's just the way kids are. That's the way most people in general are because we don't like to be told what to do. Adults, children, doesn't matter. We don't like to be told what to do. We like to do things our own way, and that's completely normal. And I just want to throw this in real quick. I am no professional or at being a mom. I guess a professional mom. I don't know if that exists. But I'm not educated in specific areas of parenting or anything like that. This is just my experiences and just some insight into how motherhood is treating me and how I'm doing as a mom. Maybe it'll be helpful to you when I share kind of the way I handle things, but it might not necessarily work for you, whatever works for us, if you kind of understand. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Isaiah is very strong-willed, he's very controlling. As soon as Lillian stops doing what he wants, he gets mad and he escalates to hitting, pushing, kicking, pinching, screaming, yelling, all of that. So it's one of those things that it's like they're playing nice and then all of a sudden both of them are screaming and yelling at each other. And normally it's because Lily did not do what Isaiah wanted her to do. So usually with these type of situations, I will calm them both down, because you gotta have your kids calm so that you can stay calm. We'll all just calm down. I'll talk to them. I'll say, listen, Isaiah, it's okay to have other things go on. Isaiah, it's okay if things aren't exactly the way you want it to be. I kind of try to use examples as like, When I give him options for food, what he wants, I give him usually two. I don't always do this. Only sometimes will I give him options on, do you want this or this, for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever it is. And he likes to have those options. When I don't give an option, that's when he gets a little upset. But so I use that example. I'd be like, oh, it's good to have options. It's good to have variety and different things going on, and someone else kind of putting in their own thoughts into whatever game they're playing. I try my best to explain it to him because he's very smart and he understands a lot for his age, and I know that he can kind of grasp what I'm saying. So I'll be like, Isaiah, it's okay if Lily has a little input in the way she wants to do things, you know? I'm like, let her make some choices too. And usually that will work. He'll be like, okay. And then I'll hear them playing, and then I'll hear him start giving her order again. And sometimes it works, and she'll say, no, I want to do it this way. And he'll be like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. And then other times it doesn't. You know, it's kind of just wishy-washy with them with that. But that's just like the way it is. And now when it comes to parenting a strong-willed child, this is where it gets hard. No matter if you've been if you're a first-time mom or a fifth-time mom, motherhood is hard. And it doesn't matter how you approach each situation. Okay, it does matter how you approach situations, like, for sure. The way you approach a situation is gonna determine the outcome of how your child responds. If you respond with anger and yelling, your child's gonna respond with anger and yelling, and that's just the way it is with anything, with life, you know. So with parenting, Isaiah has a really hard time with just saying okay or yes, mommy, when I ask him to do something. He has a really hard time with it. Usually if I say, okay, Isaiah, I want you to go clean up your room now, he'll have some sort of back talk and saying, but I'm going to do this first, or oh wait, I'm going to do this, or oh, I don't want to do that. And he'll kind of just have a little bit of an attitude and back talk with me. And this kind of gets really hard. I've learned that with these type of kids, you have to be instant with your discipline. You cannot give 1, 2, 3, 4 chances. Like, it does not work that way with these type of children, because they will take advantage of that real fast. So I have learned the hard way that he cannot have chances. It's if he knows that he's doing wrong, he knows that it's not okay to do something specifically that he did, or he starts to disobey and he knows he's not supposed to disobey. Like, there's instant discipline. Most of the time my discipline is timeout, because that's just what works for me. It's a lot easier, and it works better for me. People have different ways of discipline, and that's okay. It's whatever really works for you. Thank you, sun, for going behind the clouds. It was really bright. Anyways, so yeah, like, I will, in the moment that he says no to me or starts to kind of talk back and say he wants to do something else, it's instantly time out. And then I'll talk to him and he'll do what he's told. Sometimes I have to get his father involved because, well, he listens to his dad way better than he listens to mom. And I think it's just because over time I was very lenient with him, and I was very like 1, 2, 3, 4 chances, and so now he really pushes it, and he knows he can push it. So I'm still in that process of changing that pattern. So it's been a struggle for sure. But yeah. So yeah, that's like the gist of having a strong-willed child. It's a constant battle with trying to get him to understand his limits, because I don't want to discourage him from being a leader. I don't want to discourage him from any of that, because that's a good quality to have, but there's limits to it. And that's the hard part about teaching a toddler or 4-year-old, that there are limits. You can only go this far, and then once you're up to here, let's bring it down a notch. Like, don't go over the edge. And that's what I constantly have to tell him and remind him, and kind of just explain to him in his 4-year-old understanding. But he understands beyond what a 4-year-old understands, I feel like, in my own personal opinion. It may just be because it's my kid and I'm proud of him, but but yeah, so that's kind of how it all goes down. If you have a strong-willed child and you have some little advice and tips on how to take and how to deal with them, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I would love some more tips, because let's be honest, no mama's perfect. We all need to just unite as mamas and stop saying you're wrong and I'm right, because that's just not how it is. Everyone's different. Every kid's different, and every kid needs to be handled differently. So yeah, leave your helpful tips in the comments, and I would love to read them and take your advice. If you have any other topic suggestions that you would like to hear me talk about regarding motherhood, go ahead and leave those in the comments as well, and I will see what I can do for making a video on those topics. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!